I am so excited. Colorado is one of my favorite places to visit, especially in the fall with all the aspens and all the color. I've been looking forward to this trip for a couple of months now, and we're finally underway. We just left Eugene. There's a trailer company in Oregon called Oregon Trailer, and I've been eyeing their trailers for a couple of years. They make one of the best looking and functional off-road trailers that I've seen, and they've agreed to let us borrow one for this trip. So that's going to be a lot of fun, just experiencing a different kind of camp. But Colorado, I'm so excited to be going back. It's been a couple years since the family's been there. It's going to be good. Make roads so smooth. Good morning. So we are here at the Alvord Desert in Eastern Oregon. Got here late last night, making our way to Colorado. This place is insane, by the way. It's just so super cool. We were here 2 years ago with very different conditions. I'll put a link here so you can go back to that video. There were 60-mile-an-hour winds. It was crazy, but glad to be back with these just perfect conditions. It's so quiet and still out here. It's amazing. But like I said, we're on our way to Colorado. I'm so excited for this trip. We're going to go see some beautiful fall color. We have some really awesome drives we're going to do, some hiking, some sightseeing. Also, one big change for this trip, no rooftop tent. Instead, we will be in that trailer from Oregon Trailer. This is probably one of the coolest off-road trailers that I've seen. That thing should be able to go basically anywhere my Jeep can go, which is why I just love that trailer. So I'm really excited to put that to the test and decided to take you guys with us. So here we go. After a quick night and a quick morning, we are back in the Jeep on the way to Utah. But first, I have to give Asher a couple driving lessons. And what better place than a totally wide open dry lake bed? You can drive the rest of the trip. You want to do that? Then I don't have to drive the whole time. You're so good at this. Like, I don't need to drive.
So they got cars next to us.
Oh.
And in front of us. I'm gonna crash.
Got it. Okay, now go to the road. There you go.
I'm not floating.
Look at you, dude. Your first actual road. Straighten out. There you go. Stay right in the middle of the road.
I am not off-roading. I'm not used to off-roading. Except for me not driving. Maybe I can take my friends on a trip.
You're so crazy. After I got the Jeep back from Buddy, we were on our way to get some gas and some food. Good tip to know if you come into the area, this is the only place just south of the Alvord Desert within probably 60 or 80 miles to find gas and food. After enjoying our breakfast and talking with a bunch of German exchange students, we were back on the road heading to Utah. Unfortunately, we ran into kind of a problem. My traction control light started randomly coming on, which could mean a couple different things. So I stopped at a Swab along the way to have them give it a full run through. So Swab was pretty busy, but they were able to have a couple guys come out and just kind of check out the vehicle, make sure everything was tight, make sure my hubs were good. That was the main thing I was nervous about. But after a quick little shakedown, everything appears to be tight. I think it's just an electronic issue. So potentially in a couple days when we get through Grand Junction, we might stop in at Jeep and have them do a quick little test and just make for sure it's nothing serious before we continue on. But now we're at Walmart to get a few provisions. After we left Walmart, we stopped at a Love's for some gas. And just a little tip that I learned on this trip, if you download their app and scan the barcode, when you fill up, you get 10 cents off a gallon. And I will take any discount I can and savings on a trip like this. So we made our way from the outboard desert yesterday over to Salt Lake City, plus that little break there at Swab to figure out the Jeep. But we had a nice little night last night with some friends that live here in Salt Lake City. Had some breakfast with them this morning. That guy is a crazy Bobby Joey.
How dare you?
By the way, if you haven't caught on yet with our YouTubes, I have like 30 different nicknames for him. So I call him all kinds of names.
Only 2, right?
Oh no, there's lots. We have all kinds of names for our little loco boy back there.
Excuse me.
But anyways, we had breakfast this morning with our friends, and we're heading up to Snowbird to go on an alpine coaster that I am so excited about. We're starting to get into the fall color, and from what I've seen, the fall color is like all over the coaster. So it should be really, really pretty. And yeah, excited to show you guys what it looks like. What are we gonna do, buddy?
Coaster.
A mountain coaster. These things are so much fun, and they're not the cheapest activity, but they're definitely worth it. It's fun memories. So I'm looking forward to it. He's a little bit nervous. Him and I are gonna ride one together, and we're gonna go as fast as we can possibly go. Right, buddy? Yeah, huh?
Yes. If I get scared, can I slow down?
No way, Jose.
Yes?
It's forward all the way down. We have to go like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Actually, most of these have a limiter that limit you to a certain speed. I think this one, it's around 30 miles an hour. It's the fastest it'll let you go.
That's fast.
But we'll find out. Either way, really looking forward to it. Are you excited or are you nervous?
Yes.
Here we go, dude.
And I put my hands up.
The whole time?
No.
A lot of the time.
Good job.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Totally worth the quick little stop up here at Snowbird. And now we're gonna go meet up with some friends, and not exactly sure where we're headed, which is weird for me. Normally I'm the one making all the plans, but we have our friend is local, and so she wants to kind of show us around some of her favorite areas. So we're just gonna be following her and letting her show us around her mountains. This is exactly why you always get to these kinds of attractions early, to avoid crazy backups like this. But now time to find some dirt and explore the Wasatch Mountains. The Wasatch Range is huge. It runs all the way from the Idaho-Utah border all the way down into central Utah, running about 160 miles long. One huge surprise to me when I first learned about this range a couple years ago is just how much color is in it. I always thought I could only see colors like this on the East Coast, but I am happy to share there's so much color here in Utah, and I'm so glad to finally explore it. After exploring around for a while, it was getting later in the day and it was time to find a campsite for the night. And I think we might have just come across a pretty amazing spot. That's absolutely beautiful. I recently made a new upgrade to my Jeep with a new rack from FrontRunner. And one of my favorite things about it is this stowaway table that takes up literally no space and comes in so handy. I'm also really excited to use some brand new products from Seasucker. First is a paper towel holder, which quickly suctions on wherever it's convenient for where you're cooking or cleaning. The next product that I'm excited to use is their brand new sink. So after I quickly clean up the paint a little bit from the mud and dirt I got into, I quickly attached a couple suction cups, pop in the sink itself, and we're good to go. And now time to make a classic and Asher's favorite, some good old-fashioned tacos.
You excited for tacos?
Ready? You want some cilantro to look fancy?
Yes.
There you go, sir. Nice and fancy for 2 or 1. So we have a really good breakfast I'm gonna make this morning. It's kind of a unique breakfast that I accidentally created. First, we need coffee. At altitude, it's always gonna be tough to get it to boil. This is gonna take a while. So, a couple months ago, I was trying to make some really simple banana pancakes off memory. I totally failed, but also succeeded because pancakes wouldn't rise. And so instead of just wasting the batter or looking it up to figure out how to fix it, would have been the easy solution. I instead just decided to turn them into, I started scrambling them instead of trying to make pancakes since they wouldn't rise. Well, with that, I ended up coming across what I now call Scramble Pancakes. And not only are they delicious, but they're healthy because it's just eggs, ripe bananas, cinnamon, and maple syrup. And they're fantastic. So first, you gotta mash the nanners like baby food. Once you have the bananas all mashed up, you want to double the amount of eggs to however many ripe bananas you used. Add a little dash of salt and some cinnamon. And don't forget the raw maple syrup. Thoroughly mix all of that together. Then you can throw it on your stove at medium heat and scramble just like you would eggs. This has quickly become one of our go-to breakfasts while camping because it's quick and easy to make and everyone loves it. I urge you to try this on your next outing.
Look at you. Are you?
This place is beautiful. Sunset last night was incredible. Once the sun finally hit this morning, which took a while to clear that mountain behind us, it's beautiful. All the aspens are all lighting up. But yeah, had a fun night with our friends. Didn't record a whole lot just because I wanted to just enjoy the time. But yeah, it's always fun meeting up with new friends and having the kids hang out. It was a good time. Now we are heading off that away. I saw a whole bunch of colors with the drone, a bunch of reds. So we're gonna head off that way and then make our way up towards Park City. There's a little hike I want to do to a waterfall, and should just be some really beautiful scenery that we'll get to drive through as we make our way up towards there. It should be a really good day. So lesson learned. So on the doors of the trailer, we open those little windows at night because this thing is sealed really, really well and will suffocate if we don't open them. And it actually got hot last night, so we had everything open just to keep ourselves cool. Reminder to self, when you're getting ready to leave and drive down a really dusty road, close those windows. Otherwise, you end up getting all kinds of dust inside the trailer. Also, that's how it looks during the day. We have it loaded full of all of our stuff to keep the Jeep kind of empty, and then we unload all this back in the Jeep at night to make our beds. I'll show more of all of that probably tonight, either tonight or tomorrow night, on just the whole setup when we actually go to sleep. It's pretty cool. It's snug and cozy, but it's cool. So we just got to the trailhead for Stuart Falls. Oh. That was a great trip. And I found this fall kind of last minute a couple days ago, but it looks beautiful. I have no idea if this time of year there's going to be a whole lot of water flowing over it or not, but we'll soon find out. Either way, it's a gorgeous day, beautiful fall color. So it's just a good way to stretch our legs and just see some more beautiful scenery. Stuart Falls is a great hike for the whole family. It's only about 3.5 miles long with about 600 feet of gain, and should take approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on your speed and how long you spend at the falls. And this time of year, there's just so much color everywhere, making the hike just that much more enjoyable. We finally got our first view of the falls, but that's never enough for Asher and I. We have to get close to the action. After a couple minutes of watching the waterfall from here, Asher decided we still weren't close enough, and we had to get down and touch the water. I was happy to oblige, and we made our way down. One little thing I'd like to share here. I know a lot of parents would love to grab their kid here and help them down, but I have found personally that it's better to coach them down so they can actually learn for themselves instead of helping them through where they don't learn as much. But that's just my parent philosophy. What you think of that hike, dude?
Goodies.
Goodies?
Yas.
I was climbing over to the waterfall.
Goodies.
Goodies. Today's official answer?
Yeah.
That was such a good hike to that waterfall. It's cool. Buddy and I got to go and climb down to the fall itself, and that was kind of cool. Just a little bit of extra that makes it more fun for me and him. So I'm always asked about just different ways to help and encourage kids to hike, because I know a lot of people struggle with getting their kids to hike, even like little short, easy hikes. And there's a couple quick tips that I can share that will help tremendously, or at least I hope they help. They helped us. One of those is buy a little bag of gummy bears and then make little milestones that you can give them gummy bears as a reward for making that milestone. And you just keep doing that until you get to the top of the hike. The other thing is have some sort of reward for them to look forward to at the end of the hike. So in this case, I told him if he beats me, we'll get ice cream. 2 scoops! What he doesn't realize is that we probably get ice cream anyways. But it helps encourage them. Lastly, this is probably, I guess they're all kind of equally important, but remember that kids hike for different reasons, or they're out here experiencing different things that we experience. They tend to want to go a little slower, climb little logs, climb little rocks, and that's important to them. And if that's taken away from them while you're moving your way to the destination that you're looking forward to, whether it's a waterfall, a viewpoint, whatever it is, if you take those little things away from them, if it's just the walking portion of the hike and that's it, that is boring to them as can be, and that is going to kill their desire to do this. So within reason, obviously you only have so much daylight to get to the destination, but let them climb those logs, let them climb those rocks, because that's going to make the whole experience, the whole hiking experience, a lot more fun for them. And it's going to make them want to come out and do this with you more often. These have all been things that have helped us with our kids, except for my daughter, because even with all those tips, they worked for a while. Now, it doesn't matter what I do. Unless there's a cute boy I'm bringing along, she doesn't want to come. And that's just the age she's at, and there's only so much you can do about that. I'm not going to force her to do it and then just have her resent all of this in the first place. So there's only so much you can do. Some people just do not like hiking, and that's okay. But these tips have all helped us with both of our kids. Fortunately, Asher is still very much into it. He still loves it. But I still do these little rewards and things along the way that just help inspire him to keep moving and keep wanting to do it. And then usually with him, once we get to the destination, he loves climbing. And so I'll find little things he can climb on by a lake or a waterfall, whatever it is. And that is a really fun goal for him, not just looking at a waterfall like this, but he gets to like just do more of that kind of stuff, which he loves. And that keeps him coming back to do these kinds of things. So I hope all that helps. Buddy, why do I have to stop here?
Because if you go up here, then I'll be cheating.
How's it cheating?
Because you're closer to me, so it's easier for you to win.
He wants that ice cream. So he goes sprinting away. Think you're gonna beat me, bro? I don't think so, bro. Careful. Crazy. Alright, I guess you win, dude. Alright, you won. Well, I guess since Asher won the race, we have to go find some ice cream. But not before he takes a little snooze. After a quick Google search, we found that there was a local farm that sold milk, raw cheese, and had fresh homemade ice cream. So this was definitely a good find. that ice cream was delicious.
Yes!
Buddy agrees.
Yes!
Do you agree?
Yes.
Very, very good stop post-hike. We are going to go ahead and head up and search for camp. And I'm excited. I think I found a cool spot. We'll find out for sure. I've not been to this area ever. So, quick Google search. I found a couple little pins for a couple little camp spots. So hopefully one of them work out and we have a really good camp night. I'm always asked how I find my campsites. And honestly, it's just a little bit of research. I find an area I want to explore. I hop on Google Earth and I search around for roads and what look like camp spots. It works out great. For the shot. It knows where we need to go. Jeeps are super smart, bruh.
Super snart.
Super smart, bruh. Bro, look at this view up here.
Dang.
This is gonna be incredible for sunset, or for everything. We just got to our campsite, and oh my goodness, this view is insane. In the morning, that is all gonna light up with all, it's hard to see, but there's a whole bunch of red all across there. That's just gonna be insane. So, it's finally time. I wanna show off this trailer a little bit and kind of what it's all about. So, as you've seen in videos, it's not very big, which is great for the kind of off-roading we've been doing today and will do in Colorado because it tracks. It's just as wide as my Jeep, if not a little bit more narrow. So it just goes everywhere my Jeep goes, has a ton of clearance. Then has all kinds of cool storage things like these shelves on both sides, storage there, storage up on the roof that we just threw stuff in for that was in the trailer. But let me show you inside. So we got the two beds here for Angel and I. There's a shelf up here, and that is where Asher sleeps. He's a little bit on the long side, so he has to scrunch a little bit for it, but it works. And then you got a fan up here. You got lighting and power for that fan there. And little storage things here, little storage compartment there, a little shelf here for phones and knickknacks and whatever. And then up front, storage container for whatever you're needing. The back of the Jeep, we got, this is a new system that I'm using, that I have all my lockable stuff here. So I've got all my camera gear, air down, vacuum, my little Jeep, things like that. And then of course, we got the fridge, battery. That's all running off the Jeep power here, or charging the battery from the Jeep power. And then this is running off of that. And yeah, we utilize every square inch of the Jeep. Not as much on this trip. Normally on our trips, as you've probably seen, I have a whole other cabinet back in here. And because of some of the trails we're doing at Jeep Jamboree in a couple of days, we wanted to go as light as possible. Didn't want to have that whole heavy cabinet system in there for doing those trails. So this is a much lighter, shrunken system that we're trying out for this trip because we have that and all the extra storage that can hold. But it looks like the sun is just going behind that mountain. It's starting to cool off kind of quick. But we're gonna get some dinner going and just enjoy this view. I am so excited for sunrise. So tonight for dinner is simple. We're just having sausages over the fire. Our son, I think something's wrong with him. He's choosing to eat it cold right out of the package. It's so gross. Oh, buddy. You're crazy. You gonna heat it up a little bit? This ended up being such a beautiful night. The sunset colors just went off. It was just magical. These are the kind of nights and moments I cherish. After a great night's sleep, sunrise was coming and it was time to get up. Just like I had hoped, that beautiful morning sun is just lighting up these hillsides, making all the colors just pop so vibrantly. After enjoying sunrise for a little bit, it was time to pack up because we have a big day today to get over into Colorado. The best part is though, our views were not done. The entire drive down, enjoying views like this, was just spectacular and such a gift. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is part one of our Colorado series. Now we're heading over to Colorado, going to the Crested Butte area first, which from what I hear, the yellows are going off. So I'm really excited to see it. So make sure to like and subscribe. That way you don't miss the next video coming out soon. And I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you on the next one.